Chapter 10, A Fair Trade. In December 2002, Shaquille and Shawnee got married. In April 2003, their third child and second son, Shaquille, was born. The Lakers won 50 games during the 2002-2003 regular season, but lost to the San Antonio Spurs in the Western Conference semifinals. Shaquille wasn't just training for basketball all season, though. He had also enrolled himself in the Los Angeles Port Police Academy. Ever since Shaquille was a kid, he wanted to be a police officer. He had two uncles who were officers, and his stepdad was an army sergeant. On some days, Shaquille would go right from practice to the police academy for training. Soon after the season ended, Shaquille was sworn in as a reserve police officer. Reserve police officers are volunteers, but they receive the same training and work alongside full-time officers. "Oh, it was a lot of work, but I absolutely loved it," Shaquille said about his law enforcement training. Shaquille loved to do things for others, and he thought being a police officer was a great way to help people. Shaq knew, though, the one police job he'd never be able to do, work undercover. Shaquille played through the 2003-2004 with an injured toe. The Lakers finished the regular season with a 56-26 record. They made it back to the NBA Finals, but lost to the Detroit Pistons, 4-1. The defeat was disappointing for the Lakers, and the season had been difficult, especially because Shaquille and Kobe fought a lot. When Shaquille joined the Lakers in 1996, Kobe had been an 18-year-old rookie who started only 6 games all season. It was Shaquille's team, but now, Kobe had become the Lakers' leading scorer, and he expected Shaquille to share the spotlight. Shaquille thought Kobe was a ball hog who shot the ball whenever he wanted. Shaquille didn't want to play on the same team as Kobe anymore. He demanded to be traded. On July 14, 2004, Shaq was traded to the Miami Heat. The Heat gave the Lakers 3 players and 2 draft picks just to get Shaquille. Lakers fans were disappointed to lose their favorite man, but Miami fans were thrilled. Shaquille, now aged 32, guaranteed he would win a championship title for the team. He also joked, "I'm like toilet paper, Pampers, and toothpaste. I'm definitely proven to be good." Miami fans loved him. Over 400 number 32 jerseys, Shaquille number, were sold on the team's website in the first 2 hours they became available. Shaquille was officially a Miami man now. Chapter 11. A Fourth Ring. After breaking up with Kobe and the Lakers, Shaquille had something to prove, and his first season in Miami was his best in a couple years. The Heat 159 games, led by a healthy Shaquille and shooting star Dwayne Wade. Whereas Shaquille and Kobe had fought over the ball, Shaquille and Dwayne seemed to like sharing it. Their first seasons together had many highlights, but they lost to the Detroit Pistons, 4-3, in the Eastern Conference Finals. Shaq played in 73 games, the most since 2001, and made his 12th All-Star game in a row. Shaquille bought another giant house when he moved to Miami. Usually when Shaquille would buy a house, he had to make construction changes to it so that it fit his size. But Shaquille bought this house from a former 7-foot NBA player. The showers and ceilings were already tall enough for Shaquille. The following 2005-2006 season, Shaquille and Dwayne led the Heat to their first NBA title. They beat the Dallas Mavericks, 4-2. This was now Shaquille's 4th NBA title. "Everything I had promised the city of Miami had come true," Shaquille said. "We won a championship, we owned the city, and I had proven I could win anywhere." In the spring of 2006, Shaq and Shawnee welcomed their 4th child together, a daughter named Miara. In the summer of that year, Shaquille went over to China to sell his own brand of sports clothes. Basketball is one of the most popular sports around the world, and China has the second largest fan base behind the United States. Speaking to a big crowd in Beijing, Shaquille bowed and said, "Hello? I am Shaquille O'Neal and I love China." The people in China loved him right back. Journalists and fans followed him everywhere he went. Shaquille was having a great time. Some teammates and fans back in Miami were unhappy with Shaquille. They thought he shouldn't be traveling. He should be getting ready for the season. Shaquille disagreed. "I can't hide who I am just because some people don't think I'm serious enough," he said. "When it comes time to take care of business, I'm going to take care of business. When it's time for fun, I'm going to have fun." This is how Shaquille lived his entire life. Unfortunately, though, the following season wasn't any fun for Shaquille or the Heat. Shaquille missed 50 games of the regular season because of a knee injury. In true Shaquille fashion, he still found some time to amuse himself and his fans. At a practice session for the All-Star Game in February 2007, Shaquille started break dancing at center court like he did when he was a kid. This time, though, he didn't get yelled at. His fans and All-Star teammates cheered him on. In the first round of the playoffs, the Chicago Bulls swept the Heat. It was the first time a defending NBA champion was swept in the first round of the playoffs in 50 years. The 2007-2008 season was even worse for Shaquille. At 36, Shaq was now one of the oldest players in the league. His body was beat up. He continued to battle injuries and averaged a career-low 14.2 points per game. Soon Shaquille was traded to the Phoenix Suns. He was moving back west, but it wouldn't be for long. Chapter 12. Moving on with no regrets. After Shaquille left Miami, he played single seasons for the Phoenix Suns, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Boston Celtics from 2008 to 2011. However, he had so many injuries, he only played 53 games in Cleveland alongside LeBron James and 37 games with the Celtics. All those years of getting fouled and hit had taken its toll. Shaquille was now 39 years old. It was time for him to hang up his giant sneakers. He retired on June 2, 2011, after 19 seasons in the league. During his entire career, he had been named an All-Star 15 times. "We did it. 19 years, baby," Shaquille said in a video message to his fans. "I want to thank you very much. That's why I'm telling you first, I'm about to retire. Love you, talk to you soon." Shaquille didn't fade into the background, though. That just wasn't him. Instead, he joined the show Inside the NBA on the cable TV station, TNT. He talks about the current league and its players, many times in a funny way. He also does voiceovers for cartoon characters, including Smooth Smurf in the movie Smurfs 2, and a Lego version of himself in The Lego Movie. Shaq also became a giant in the business world. He is seen and heard everywhere, on television, the radio, and the internet, endorsing products, including Oreos, Krispy Kreme donuts, auto insurance, credit cards, home security devices, and AC Hot, a pain reliever. AC Hot is especially perfect for Shaquille, who had his share of pain and injuries during his career. Shaq believes in telling the truth, so he won't promote a product unless he likes it or uses it himself. "If I'm gonna sell it to the people," Shaq says, "I have to be honest with the people." Shaquille also continues to follow his mom and stepdad's advice. He went back to school again to earn a doctorate in education from Barry University in Miami Shores, Florida. Shaq also earned another nickname with his degree, Dr. O'Neal. Just like his parents taught him, Shaquille continues to help other people. He serves Thanksgiving meals to homeless people every year. And he continues to dress up as Santa Claus every Christmas and gives toys to poor children. After a mother of one of Shaquille's fans confronted him about the high cost of NBA players' sneakers, Shaq realized that average families might not be able to afford athletic sneakers that sell for hundreds of dollars. He decided to start his own affordable sneaker line. He insists the shoes look and feel just as good as the more expensive ones. He has sold over 150 million pairs. Shaquille was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame on September 9, 2016. His children, his mom, and countless other family members were all at the ceremony. Sadly, his stepfather, Philip, had died in 2013. Although he and Shani were divorced by then, she was there to support him, too. While accepting the honor with a speech, Shaquille said, "When a father is quizzing his son on the great big players of the game, hopefully Shaquille O'Neal's name will be in the answer." Today, 4 of Shaq's children have followed in his footsteps. Son Sharif and daughter Amira both play basketball for their father's former college, Louisiana State University. His other son, Shaquille, joined the basketball team at Texas Southern University in the fall of 2020. His youngest daughter, Miara, is a star on her high school team in California. Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. The Basketball Hall of Fame is located in Springfield, Massachusetts. It inducted its first members in 1959, and the current building opened in 1968. Is named for James Naismith, a Canadian-American athlete and educator who created the game of basketball in Springfield in 1891. The hall inducts new members every year. As of fall 2021, 401 members have been inducted. Although Shaq's own days on the basketball court are behind him, he is busier than ever. He was part owner of the NBA team the Sacramento Kings from 2013 to 2021, and currently owns a sit-down restaurant in Los Angeles called Shaquille's. In 2019, Shaq founded the Shaquille O'Neal Foundation, which partners with the Boys and Girls Clubs of America to help underserved youth. They have donated $10 million in supplies to schools across the country, and committed $10 million in grants to Black-owned businesses. In April 2020, Shaquille starred in his own reality television show called Shaq Life. In his autobiography, Shaq Uncut, Shaq said people often asked him how he wants to be remembered. He always responds, "I was generous, I was dominant, I was unique." That would work. When asked by a reporter what his biggest regret was, Shaq answered, "Nothing." Shaquille, whose image was made into a 9-foot, 1,200-pound statue dunking a basketball, which hangs outside of the Staples Center Arena in Los Angeles, is celebrated not just for his skills on the court but for his larger-than-life personality. The end.